Hi there, Lloyd Machedo. Sweetie from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Well, can you believe that I'm actually going to give you the movie review of Star Wars Rogue One. I think, when was the last Star Wars release? Star Wars Rogue One. So it was released in, when was it released? 2016, and right now it's 2017. So after 1 year, literally 1 year, I'm going to give you the movie review of Rogue One. Now, why is it that it took me 1 year? First and foremost is when I came to know George Lucas was no longer involved in Star Wars, I just didn't want to see it because, he's like the father of Star Wars. He's like the soul of Star Wars, and he not being there, I kind of felt that it's not going to work out. And then later on, when the reports came out that they didn't want George Lucas to be involved in any way, they didn't want his creativity, they didn't want his input, even though, fairly speaking, he got paid a big shitload sum of money, I think 3 billion, which will guarantee him retirement for the rest of his life. So I kind of really felt upset about it. I think the other thing that really kind of cheesed me off or pissed me off was Disney bringing out Darth Vader, and you could see those Disney videos where Darth Vader was doing the Macarena and the dance, and Michael Jackson's Beat It or whatever. So I just felt they kind of commercialized and diluted the brand. But so that is why, just out of protest, out of disgust, because I didn't want my childhood memories to be ruined, I didn't watch it. Okay. However, it's inevitable. I was going to watch it at some point. So finally I decided, well, why not? For a few days, I was going to watch it. And, I couldn't hold myself. So I decided to watch it. Now, this is my movie review, which I don't know if anyone's bothered, but this is what I have to say. Now, Star Wars, the story is set before actually Star Wars Episode 4. That is A New Hope. Okay, it's set up in that kind of environment where the rebel spies who managed to steal the plans for the Death Star. It's set up in such a way that it makes sense for George Lucas's 1977 original. Okay. Now, it also lays, I think one of the most important key features, what it does is it lays down the foundation as to why Death Star, which is such an impregnable force, with such a super weapon, has this really silly Achilles heel. Why is it that it has this Achilles heel, and why is it that this plan fell in the hands of these rebels or Princess Leia? Now, the overall look and feel of what I got with Rogue One is, there are no cartoonish characters like Jar Jar Binks or Ewoks that appeal to youngsters. I kind of like, in a way it was good, but in a way I kind of missed because what happens in Star Wars, you tend to look for that little bit of that cartoonish element because it kind of appeals to all members of the family. So whether it's a youngster or someone who's slightly old, okay. However, what I was upset about in the overall sense of Rogue One was it didn't have any new alien race. Like, it didn't have any new world as you could when George Lucas would direct, he'd always give you new worlds, new planets, new environments. There was no iconic hero as such. There was no iconic villain as such. The magic moment of the lightsaber was not actually there. And what I personally felt was there was zero chemistry between the main characters. There was that girl was like, sometimes she was just stone-faced, and that the main hero, I can't get his name, he was sometimes just lost. You didn't know whether he's the main hero or he's not. So, the moment of truth. Now, the question is this a good movie? Is it a great movie? This is a good movie. I wouldn't say it is a great movie. I wouldn't say it is an amazing movie, but yes, it was entertaining. I did like the storyline. I did like the way it was shown. It was more like a war-torn documentary. It felt very real. It really felt real. And the director, Gareth Edwards, okay, he has done a good job. Especially if you consider that you're shouldering a franchise that has spanned for 2 or 3 generations. There would be every possibility that it would fail. He did take it up and he did succeed. Okay, that was my goal. All right, whatever. Now, here's the thing. Yes, okay. Well, that's what happens when you have your girl. Okay, all right. Here's the thing. Being a diehard fan of George Lucas, I still feel that George Lucas should have been involved. He should have been involved in the main, the whole franchise as long as he's alive. But then again, this is business. This is the commercial world. Maybe they felt it was time that they moved away from George Lucas's shadow, and they gave fans something new. The it's disappointing. It's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it kind of makes you realize that it's time for something new. All right. So, is it worth watching? Yes, Rogue One is definitely worth watching, but would I watch it again? I doubt. Okay. So, live from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. What would I rate this movie as? When I think about it, I would give it a 6 out of 10. So, live from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. This is my video review of Star Wars Rogue One. Let me know what you think. I don't know if anyone's bothered. Anyway, this is me signing off for now. Goodbye. Ta-da. Cheers.